My husband and I visited Japan for the second time this year, and it continued to surprise us to no end. Both beautiful and peaceful, whilst also being some of the busiest places and having the most manic times, but enjoying every second. Now, you may have seen my previous video on my wool and craft haul. Now it's time to have a look at some of the other things that I purchased. And yes, we are talking stationery. Hi, my name's Charlotte and welcome to my studio. So I am a not so secret stationery lover, and this time around I bought quite a bit of stationery. This may not look like much, but when you see the number of washi tapes that I purchased, you might start saying that's quite a lot. So without further ado, welcome, that wasn't as smooth as I hoped, to my art and stationery supply haul. So in this haul, I'm going to show you a little bit more stationery than art supplies. I got way more craft supplies this time, but I did pick up some specific art things. I will start with those and then move into the stationery side. So you may have seen a previous video of mine on the Blackwing series. The Blackwing series has a really big history in the world of art, so I would definitely go and check out that video if you are interested. However, one thing that we haven't found is a white Blackwing pencil, which we found in a really random shop in Japan. I can't even remember where this was. I think it was in a train station shop. That's how random it was. But alongside that, there is also a Blackwing point guard. So the Blackwing pencils and the Blackwing pencil sharpener can be sharpened super sharp. So when you're traveling or when you're taking your pencil on the go, there's no way to protect it. And that's why they designed this. So this basically ensures that your Blackwing pencil will stay sharp whilst on the go. And it is just a little cover for your pencil. So all you do is pop it on, and it will secure itself here against the pencil. So all in this section here, it's going to be protected. So even if you bash your pencil, hopefully it won't break the lead inside, but it will keep that pencil completely sharp when you come to use it. The other art things are also pencils, and we went to Sapporo Art Park, which was such an amazing experience. And as part of that, I found some Sapporo Art Park sketching pencils. Now these would have been perfect if I could sit down and have a little sketch whilst in the art park. However, it was freezing. We were walking on snow and ice and snow and a little bit more ice and then probably more snow on top. It was very snowy. Some of the sculptures had been taken down for the winter. Some of the sculptures had been put away for the winter just to protect them. So it was kind of one of those things of, I'm not going to sit here and sketch. However, I did buy the pencils so that I could do some sketching later. I haven't sharpened these, so as you can see, that didn't happen, but it will in the future. They're a really nice size and a really nice shape just to be able to get straight in there. So the last art specific items that I purchased are very much Japanese born and bred. So Copic, a big marker company, also creates these. Now these are boards and they are specifically designed for alcohol-based markers or acid-free markers. So they are illustration boards and they have a completely yellow back. And they can be made with, so you might be able to see on the back of these, some shiny dots, some silver dots in there, and these can be made out of several different items, these boards. However, they are always sort of there and available specifically for marker based items. So if you think manga and that kind of style, this may be what your favorite anime originated on. I'm really excited to play with these because I do have things like Posca pens and I do have sort of alcohol based acid free markers, so I'm really scared of using it because I've only got 3. However, I know that whatever I do, it will be absolutely fine. And this led me to get a sunflower drawing paper. So this is again a drawing board. It's called a Sashiki drawing board, and sunflower paper is on the surface, so it's got a slightly different texture on top here. So this is more of a drawing paper that's a true white and a moderate roughness on that surface. So this one is more suitable for things like I do deal with, so watercolors, acrylics, color pencils, ink, but it's also fit for comic art, as you can see by the little character at the bottom. So again, I'm really excited to use these. There's a few more, there's 5 in there. So I feel like I could do a really nice sort of mini series. And so, yeah, I'm scared, but also excited that I have these. So the rest of what I have in front of me is now pure stationery. So I'm going to do some stickers first, do some notebooks, and then get into pens and rubbers. And then you've got the washi tape collection. So in the same shop that we found the Copic boards, I also found these amazing stamp collections of Tokyo and Kyoto. So these are 2 places that we've stayed in both holidays, and they are 2 places that we absolutely love. And each of these stickers, I get it. I can see where it is. I can see where they've come from. We've visited quite a few of these places. So I really felt like I had to pick these up. And I don't know whether I'm going to display them or use them in a diary or something. I'm not entirely sure yet. So they are staying in their packages for the moment. I also love a good notebook. And if it's got cute birds in it, even better. So this notebook is just simply adorable. It is a plain notebook as well, so I can kind of do almost anything in this. I can see myself going off on a day in London and sketching some things, writing some things down, and it's a hardback as well. You don't often find notebooks this big that are a hardback. Oh, hello. He's just climbed into his bed under my desk. The second notebook I'm going to show you is something that we got on one of the trains. So the train system in Japan has a character. So the Tokyo metro system has a character, and it's the Suica card. So like in London, you have your Oyster card, it's the Suica card. And they've recently retired their character. The character was Penster, and Penster is just so cute. It's a penguin. How can you say no to a penguin? But the Penster series, or the Suica Penguin series, had specific attendant only items whilst we were on the train. We'd never seen these before, so my husband was like, yep, she's getting one of them. I was like, okay. And look how cute it is. You've got the little servers with the pink with the cup, the blue with the basket, and then the same on the back, and it's adorable. Let's open it up. Why not? I really like the colours from the dark pink through to the kind of light lilac. Not light lilac, like a bluey lilac. Ooh. Oh, do you know what? It's actually really soft. And it is lined. Oh my gosh, look at this. So using this, you can kind of like pop what page you're on. So you can, for example, say I'm there, and the little characters at the bottom, on each page. That is just adorable. You never know, when we go to Japan next, I may be using this for something, because that is just something worth keeping. So the third and final notebook I did pick up was this one, and it attracted me first of all because of its colour. Like, look how stunning that is. The second thing that attracted me was how smooth it is. And then the third thing, it squares. What? I was like, this is insane. And so the moment I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, I could do cross stitch designs, or I could do crochet designs all in this, all the colour work. And just, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. It's also, the pages are also super smooth, which is like, oh. Whilst also getting that, I was like, well, I have to get some new pens. These look so cool to use. So in here, you've got 8 different colours, and they are 0.5 millimetre. So in here, you've got black, velvet red, turquoise, sand beige, dry peach, cheek pink, chili blue, and mini grey. And they are all fine liners to be able to use. Now, is this a normal packet, or am I going to have to get some scissors? Oh, there you go. So a lot of Japanese packs, you don't need to use scissors. You can just rip apart. It will have one of the airlocks to be able to get your pens out. Ooh, oh, they come on a, look at that. If I hold them out like that. Aww. And it even says that they are Japan on them. So, ooh, do I click down? How do I use this? Ah, so it's not a click at the top. It's a push down of the clipper. Do I push? Ah, it's just a click. No. What is this? Why is this here? I'm always that kid in the classroom who will try and take apart that pen. Okay, I don't think that nib actually comes off. That is so smooth. And they're also slightly, I want to say that's slightly rubbery, so it's actually quite a nice texture to hold. You just wouldn't be able to get these dirty at all, because I know sometimes this material, like as soon as you get dust and dirt on it, it's kind of like, but these are Frixion Pilot pens. Oh, that might be the tip. So Frixion, if I'm saying that right, I know that sometimes the ink can be rubbed out with the tip, so that might be why I can't take it off, because it is like a rubber. That probably doesn't help because my hand's so pale. There you go. So that'll be a good test to see what they get up to. And obviously in that beautiful, beautiful colour set. Do you know what? I'm going to do it. You're here. Let's do it together. Let's unhook. Because I find, I don't know about you all, but I find that if they are still in their packaging, I'm like, oh, I'm not going to use them because they're so pretty. Take them out. Speaking of ink-based items, I did also pick up a couple of ink pads just because I really like these colours, and I'm gonna sort of play around with how and what I use these for. And then last but not least, before the washi tape, are the rubbers that I collected. So if you watched my video, I believe it was last week, when I showed you all the craft items that I purchased, you would have seen that I purchased a kit to create a bird, and I also picked them up in rubbers. I will leave these in the pack because I know how annoying it can be to like want a rubber and then just get a dirty one, but these are adorable, and they're ones that you take apart, so you can like use the back and then the side and then the front, so I know that I'll be using them for some awkward angles. But also, much like I did last year, I picked up one of these bad boys. So if you haven't been witness to one of these, this is a jar, or a little plastic jar with a stopper that you can fill with rubbers. And the aim is to get as many rubbers in there as you can. So as you can see, I have absolutely packed this full of all different animals from a zoo that we went to, and it was quite entertaining because I did this before we went through the zoo, so I basically just tried to pick as many as I thought were going to be in there. We didn't have a map, nothing. We were just like, yeah, there's going to be one of these in here, like there's going to be a giraffe in here somewhere, we'll grab one of them. Can confirm there was a giraffe, and this was very much worth it. The ladies at the till did watch me do it, and they were very impressed, I have to say. So now we are at the grand finale. I'm going to do this in no particular order because if I can stack them up, I will show you the washi tape collection. Now this stack is going from the desk up. I don't think there's still there's still 8 left. So I am just going to whittle through them. First up we have a floral tape. Look at that. I know that when you press it on the paper it will kind of become see-through, and it is also cut out around those florals. I love a good spotted eel, so picked up one of these with an eye every so often. I thought it was quite cheeky. I am a cow lover. I absolutely love cows. So we've got a cow masking tape as well. It's coming through with those moo cows. We stayed at Kobe SeaWorld and we absolutely loved our time there. So of course I had to celebrate by picking up some tape while I was there. So you've got orcas swimming through here. And a little unknown fact about Kobe Sumo SeaWorld is that they do actually swim with their orcas. So if you ever go to Japan, I would highly recommend going there, as the SeaWorld is not like the Americans in which they have a theme park with animals. The SeaWorld over in Kobe was truly for the animals themselves. We had such an amazing time and you could see that the animals were genuinely happy and healthy. But back to our washi tape collection. Next is a Penster. So it says Penster and then he's got the little characters in there. Back to our florals. A classic white. Why not? Much like the other eel, the golden barrel stripy eel. I call it the stripy boy. He's really fun. And then I'm gonna try and make this a tiny bit more organized. Train. SeaWorld. SeaWorld. Random Japan. I'm just gonna put these under Random Japan. There you go. Right. We're here now. So back to Penster, and this time it is a like pinky tape, ready tape, and he's got his little apron on. It's just adorable. So now I've got them in kind of an order. We're back to SeaWorld. So this is a clear tape, so you would be able to stick it on and just the orca would kind of be visible. It is one long tape, and I think he's swimming. An orca with a person diving again. And then all the kind of SeaWorld creatures. You've got the dolphins, you've got the orcas and some fish. To the trains, I know I've spoken a little bit about trains. However, we went to the Kyoto Railway Museum and the Tokyo Railway Museum, and to commemorate, we absolutely love following the system because it's just so easy to use. So I thought I had to pick up some of those. And if anyone knows the Shinkansen, you will know about Dr. Yellow. Dr. Yellow recently retired. We were gutted that we couldn't be able to see him. However, I decided to pick up a Dr. Yellow and Lemons masking tape. So I've got a handful left. I'm going to show you these three together. So we've got a Japan, a Kyoto and a Tokyo, and these are in the same style as those stickers earlier, so those postage stamp stickers, and I just really love the style with the extra added gold. These three are going to come as a set as well. We've got kiwis, don't ask me why, and those little birds have made themselves known again in different colours. I think it's just because it's all adorable and I can't help myself. This, oh, what is this? I can't say I recognise exactly where this is. However, it's got tiny pandas, it's got bridges, it's got trains, and of course it has sakura. It has the blossom. So traditional Japan, in a way. Little birds again. I couldn't help myself, okay? We also, oh my gosh, this is little pandas. I have nothing to say at this point. But I do have two last ones. I'll show you this one first. So it is a cozy masking tape and it is of trees and they are individual, which is really cute. So you can just stick a tree in a corner and you don't have to worry about like taping it off. Oh, I lie, sorry, they're not individual. The cutting has like been wrapped around the trees. And then I think almost my favorite masking tape, because it is a silly goose. And he is doing lots of different things in this masking tape, which is absolutely hilarious. I don't know if you were counting. I have not been counting. That's definitely got to be over 20. I think about 25. So we did go for it. We did go for it. However, I love every single one and I have a special drawer for them to go in to, which is so happens to be where all the rest of my washi tapes are. Let's put it this way, I have a few. But I thank you for joining me today as I show you everything that I got in my stationery and art haul all the way over from Japan, and I hope you can join me in the next one where I might start using some of these. For now, I will bid you adieu and arigato gozaimasu, and yeah, I just hope you have a really good day. What a way to end. I spent the past half an hour talking at you and now I'm like, yeah, bye. No, I do hope you have a fabulous, fabulous day and I hope you can join me in the next one.